Well, hello internets, here we are. Back out here at the Jayco J Feather Sport 195, or 197 I guess. Well, she gets a couple of new tires here this season. This one here has a couple of cracks in it right about there. And that one there is flat. If memory serves me correct, I think that one was flat last year, but I'm probably wrong. It was probably this one that was flat last year, and I just got it confused. I was kicking around the idea of doing a complete set of 5 on here. However, they are a little bit on the pricey side, and rather than spending my budget on tires and not being able to go anywhere this year, decided to just put 2 on and well, call her good. When you do a walk around on the trailer and check out the other tires, the spare is okay. It does have some dry rot down at the bottom. It is probably the original spare. And these 2 tires here are okay for another season. They just need to have air in them, and then she's good to go. Okay guys, so here we go. Got her all hooked up to the truck here. Got the chains on, got everything good to go. These side here, these tires are still okay for another season. However, in the previous clip, like I said, this one here, in fact, looks like it's gone a little softer from yesterday when I put air in it. And this front one here has a, well, couple of good cuts in her, so we're going to get those 2 changed out for sure. Everything's all good to go. Just got to fold the step up, do one more walk around to make sure there's nothing loose, and well, we'll hit her on out to the tire shop. I haven't 100% sure decided yet if I'm going to get them to fix the flat here as a spare tire, and of course put it on the spare, because while this spare does have some significant cracks and dry rot at the bottom where the spare tire cover sat full of mud for all those years. Now the spare does hold air, you know, which is more than I can say about the tire that is flat. However, at the same time, if the spare's got some dry rot on it, will it roll long enough for you to, you know, get to another town to have the tire changed out with a new one? So that'll be a question I'll have to ask the tire shop people. So probably won't be able to film much at the tire shop, but it is what it is, and around we go. Well, there we go. Just got finished at the tire shop doing the tire changeovers. They put both new tires on the same axle, of course on opposite sides, essentially swapping around all four tires in one way or another. That one there I don't think was touched, but I got them to fix a spare as well. This here is one of the tires from the left-hand side that they took off. It has a really nasty flat spot in it. I'm not sure if I did that or if it was the previous owner. That might have been the trip I did last year where the GPS took me through Calgary and I had a panic stop where someone pulled in front of me, and that might have done that. But it's all good. This is the other new tire plus one of the ones from the other side that was still good. They swapped around and good to go, so we don't have to worry about the cut tire or the tire with air in it. The tread on the old tires are, okay. There is some wear. This is one of the good ones. Like I said, the spare is pretty bad. And the other tire will do another season. And whether it's the fall or next summer, next spring, we'll put 3 more new ones on the trailer. But the tire shop did okay, did a job for me, caught something that I wouldn't have caught with that flat spot, especially doing it myself, and well, saved me the headache of buying jack stands and a proper jack again. So let's get this trailer back to storage and geared up for the season. Well, there we go, all parked back in storage, good to go for the season. I decided to bring her over a bit out of the ruts so she wasn't sitting in a mud hole for the tires. Don't know if it really makes a difference, but you know, it is what it is. We got a couple of new tires, a couple of switch arounds for the old tires. Got ourselves a passable spare to get us by for a season. Like I said, the bald spot, you know, might have been okay to run on for the trip or two I'm going to do this season, but when the trailer brakes lock up, the tire will roll until it hits this flat spot every time or so, and then lock up, and eventually it'll wear through. And once it wears through, then of course tire goes flat, then you got a problem. You know, back when I had my tools, my jack stands, I would have just peeled these tires off myself and either changed them myself or took them down to the tire shop to have them change them and then put them back on myself. And I wouldn't have caught that flat spot probably, because I only planned on putting 2 tires on, you know, the 2 here. The other tires, we're kind of at an agreement that they're about 6 years old, possibly 7, because there's a date code on them from 2013. So if they are 7 years old, then well, they've done good, because most of these cheap tires only last about 5 years, and especially with RVs, they do a pretty good chunk of that time sitting. But there we go, we got 2 brand new tires, swapped around some tires, got one more step closer to the being ready to camp this year, even though it wasn't in the plans. Sometimes things come together and we are able to well, have some enjoyment. And as always, thanks for watching. Maxwell's World. Comment, subscribe, and enjoy.